Have you ever wanted to organize people in more meaningful ways? Well, now you can with people tags. In the People Manager, this interface on the left is the new view. On the right is the old view. We want to focus here on the filters. Now, these filters were just built in for you to have better ways of kind of finding who you're looking for and filtering them out. Yet, over the years, we've built other interfaces like the subscription manager and the order manager, transaction manager, some of which give you the data that you are looking for through some of these filters. So we've decided to consolidate some of those and clean these things up. Now, you may look over here and you can notice that just a general view of this looks nice and clean. But I want to point something out. These two blocks right here, these are customizable. These are people tags. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but first, let me explain some of the changes. Delivery method and payment method and admin groups, upon our analysis of network usage, are not used a whole lot. And like I said, those can be found in other ways. So we removed these. We did actually take this and consolidate it and put it in as an account status. Why? Admin groups are people with permissions. Under the module area of permissions tab, you will be able to give people certain levels of access to different parts of the site as an administrator. And so this makes it easy to narrow them down. Well, we actually moved that to the account status now. So add anybody with admin permissions you can filter out and find over here. All three of these still remain the same. These are pretty important. The account type has changed a little bit over the years, and we consolidated and removed some of these. For example, the temporary access is actually now just a subscription, and we're working on ways to maybe highlight that more in different ways throughout the system. So we removed that, and then we changed it from account type to subscriber type, because that's really what the focus of this is about. Paid subscriber, trial, complimentary, a canceled, or if you're looking for anybody who's a non-subscriber, there is no subscription attached to their account, you can do that here. Now, let's take a closer look at tag groups. So how do we manage these tag groups? Well, you have a new button up here called Settings. When you click on Settings, you can see a tag groups here. Under tag groups, you have the grouping name and then each tag here that you will use. Now, under people settings, we have a number of new things that we're going to be adding here that lets you have more control over your user's experience, and we will continue updating you on those. For now, let's add another role. Here, we're just going to call it new role. You can imagine whatever role you might be relevant to your company, just as an example. And again, these you can change this to whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be company roles. You can edit this and it could be something different. Okay. So we'll just leave it as this for now. So now let's go back out. And down here, now you see new role. But I realize that I want actually company roles to have precedence in its position. So let's go back into settings. And let's grab company roles and move it up there. Aha. Come back out. And there we are. Company roles, custom support, developer, manager, new role, all in the position I want them. Now, how do we apply them to the people? Well, when you open up the person's account over here on the right on the profile tab, you will now see a tags area. So every tag group you set will be built in this area. And then you can associate that person with any tag that you prefer. So let's put this person under new role. All right, excellent. So I click there, go back out, and when I go down and filter by new role, now it gets me to the person I'm looking for. So it's another way that you can just organize things maybe in more meaningful ways for your particular business or needs that you have. It could be advertisers. Maybe you create advertiser accounts here or something, and you want them to, be organized in different ways. You can do whatever you want. The sky's the limit. You have a lot of control in this particular area. One other thing I would like to point out is that you can add a tag to a particular user, but you can add one or more tags. So let's say in this particular, so we have it on new role, but Nick Corner is a member of both the blue and the red teams. All right. So that makes it a nice way for you to maybe add them to different tag groups or tags as needed. So when I come back out here and I look at the blue team, Karen Moore's in the team already, And there's Nick Horner as well. And let's come down here and do the red. And but there's nobody else but Nick in the red team. Now, let's say I want to add more. I want to filter by more than one tag. You could do that as well. So I'm going to look at everybody in the blue and red team. And so that's a nice way to narrow down the results and kind of organize people in meaningful ways. We hope that helps. We look forward to your feedback. Any other ideas or suggestions that you might have to improve this and make this work better for you, feel free to reach out to us and we will hear what you have to say. Have a good one.